Welcome to G Fun Facts Online. For decades, our picture of cancer has been pretty clear. It's a disease of rogue cells, multiplying out of control because of genetic mistakes. And we've fought it by targeting that runaway growth. But what if I told you there's a secret collaborator we've almost completely missed? A collaborator that isn't some foreign invader, but a fundamental part of who we are. Today, we're diving into the revolutionary and frankly unsettling field of cancer neuroscience. It's uncovering a shocking truth. Our own nervous system, the very network that allows us to think, feel, and live, is in a secret dialogue with tumors, actively helping them grow, spread, and survive. This isn't just a one-way street, it's a twisted partnership where cancer hijacks our most essential functions and in turn, manipulates our nerves to serve its own sinister agenda. At the heart of this discovery is the revelation that cancer cells are not isolated rebels. They are deeply integrated into our body's communication networks. In the brain, scientists were stunned to find that neurons form actual working connections, called synapses, directly with glioma cells. This was a jaw-dropping finding. The brain is incredibly selective about where it builds new connections, yet here it was, plugging directly into a malignant tumor. And these aren't friendly connections. They're what scientists call malignant synapses. The neuron sends a chemical message, and the tumor cell receives it, using that signal to thrive and multiply. It's as if the tumor found a way to tap directly into the brain's main power line. The communication is disturbingly sophisticated. Beyond direct connections, neurons also bathe the tumor in a chemical cocktail of neurotransmitters and powerful nerve growth factors. Each one of these molecules acts like a potent fertilizer for cancer. And it gets bigger. These cancer cells can link up with each other, creating vast electrical networks that can pass a single command from a neuron across a huge portion of the tumor, amplifying the growth signal. Perhaps the most profound and disturbing insight is that these tumors grow by hijacking the very processes that make us human. The brain's ability to learn and adapt, a process called neuroplasticity, is being co-opted. The normal electrical activity that powers our thoughts, our feelings, our movements, is being diverted to fuel cancer's growth. This is not a minor influence. In one landmark study using mice, simply stimulating normal brain activity led to a staggering 42% increase in brain tumor volume. This hijacked activity tells cancer cells to divide. It guides them as they invade healthy brain tissue, and it even helps them survive our best therapies. The neural signals can help cancer cells enter a kind of hibernation state, allowing them to dodge chemotherapy and radiation, only to wake up later. But this isn't a one-sided conversation. The tumor talks back. It releases its own chemical signals that act like beacons, actively recruiting more nerves to grow into it. This creates a terrifying feedback loop. Nerves fuel the tumor, and the growing tumor calls in more nerves, which fuels the tumor even more. This tangled, aberrant wiring is also a direct cause of some of cancer's worst symptoms. The chaotic electrical hyperexcitability it creates is a major reason why patients with brain tumors frequently suffer from debilitating seizures. And this twisted alliance isn't just confined to the brain. This is a body-wide conspiracy. Nerves densely infiltrate many other solid tumors, including prostate, pancreatic, and breast cancers. The part of our nervous system that controls involuntary functions, our fight-or-flight response, can release chemicals that stimulate these tumors, help them build a blood supply, and even weaken our immune response against them. Now, as unsettling as all of this is, it's also a story of incredible hope. By uncovering this hidden network, we've found a brand new vulnerability in cancer. We can now think about, literally, cutting the wires between nerves and cancer. One of the most exciting ideas is repurposing drugs we already have. Medications used for epilepsy, which work by calming down electrical activity in the brain, are now being investigated as potential anti-cancer agents. The future of cancer therapy might soon involve a multi-pronged attack, blocking the receptors on cancer cells that listen to nerve signals, neutralizing the growth factors they share, and untangling the complex relationship between nerves, tumors, and our own immune system. For so long, we saw the tumor as an isolated island of bad cells. Cancer neuroscience zooms out that picture, revealing that the tumor is intricately woven into the fabric of its host. By finally learning to disrupt this insidious conversation, we are opening an entirely new and promising front in the war against this devastating disease.